Hey everyone, welcome to Nick Next Corner. I'm Nick, you're in my corner. Today we're going to talk about book haul I've done. So I got some used books that I picked up from my cousin Chelsea and her husband Ron. So thank you very much to them for selling us some books cheap, which I will go through. And I also picked up some new books, and I had a book given to me by my coworker Corey, which was fantastic. So thank you very much for that as well, Corey. So, what we'll do is we'll start off with the top and work our way down. This was one of the used books I got. I've been looking everywhere for The Exorcist for years, and I'm super excited to get it and read it. Uh, Chelsea and Ron both had it, and I was so happy to get it. I am really looking forward to reading it. I've heard a lot of great things about it over the years, and it's just one of the ones I've been looking forward to. The book that Corey gave me, because she had a second one, was Full Dark, No Stars. It's pretty much brand new Stephen King short story collection that I'm looking forward to reading. It's got 1922 in it, so I will definitely be putting that on my list this year to read. I'm going to try and do more short stories this year because I think it'd be a great way to go. Another book I got from Ron and Chelsea is Harlan Coben's Don't Let Go. I've never read Harlan Coben before, and I've always wanted to give him a try. This was a cheap and easy option for me to give him a go, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's like. If you have read Harlan Coben before, please put it in the comments below and let me know how he is, what you thought of him. At our work, we have these books that are from Articus, and they are classics, 3 for $10. So I got the Iliad, Odyssey, and the Picture of Dorian Gray. I have a big stack of more of them to pick up at work because they're going really quickly. People love that you could get 3 books for $10. They're classics. They're, everyone wants to read them or have them ticked off on their list. And so those were ones that I was really looking forward to. I've been wanting to read this for years since I lived in the valley. It's called On South Mountain. It is a book about the Goler clan down there. It's a lot about the history of the valley and what happened in this certain instance. If you're not familiar with it, there was a family of people, call them hillbillies, I guess some people do, but they ended up abusing physically, sexually, mentally their children. They, I believe, prostituted the kids out to locals and stuff like that. It was a very disturbing and scary story, so I'm really interested to learn the true story about it because I don't have all the information about it. I only know what I've been told through people, and I think reading is going to be the best way to learn about it, so I'm going to go that way. I keep hearing about Joe Nesbo. I've never read him. I heard that if I liked The Chestnut Man, I would really like his stuff because he is more Danish noir. So I picked up his first Harry Hole book, which is The Bat, and I'm going to start working my way through his series. If I enjoy him, I'll keep going, and if I don't, well, you will hear about it, so don't worry. Of course, Stephen King is a favorite. I just finished Pet Sematary not long ago, and he spoils Cujo in it, so I really want to read Cujo and see what it's all about. I remember seeing the movie when I was younger and not really a huge fan of it. I thought it was boring, but that was also when I was a kid. So, I got to see it with adult eyes, and I'm going to watch it after I'm done reading the book because I like to read books first, see the movie second if I can. And, like a rabid dog, that sounds very interesting, could be creepy. This book here, American Dirt by Janine Cummings, is a very controversial story at the moment. I'm going to read the book first, and I'm going to do the research after, and we're going to have a conversation on here about the book, how I felt about it, what I think about it, and whether the controversy is warranted or not. And we can have that conversation, and I'm really looking forward to it. But I don't want to have a conversation without being informed, so I'm going to inform myself first. So I'm going to get to that probably in April to read. My wife, Nadia, is a huge Ruth Weir fan. My cousin Chelsea had a couple books there that she had from Ruth Weir, The Line Game and The Woman in Cabin 10. So I picked them up for my wife so that she can enjoy some more books. I like to keep everyone in my house in books, in reading, because I think that reading is really the best way to educate yourself on a lot of things. Because if you just have opinions and they're not backed up by anything, they don't have any validity to them. And I just really feel that you need to read more to get more information. And I'm not talking about those books in general, but just reading in general. And I really want to keep my wife in reading. I want to keep my kids in reading, and I want to keep myself in reading so that I don't stop, because it is a fantastic pastime. It definitely nurtures my brain, which I really like. I've had a disgusting cold for the past week, which I've gotten a little bit of reading done, but you know, it's one of those things that keep reading. It's great. I picked up the Necronomicon by H.P. Lovecraft. It's a bunch of his weird tales, and I'm really interested in getting through it. I haven't done much of his like mythos and stuff, and I'm really interested in it. I'm just so happy to have this. This is the guy who inspired Stephen King, so I'm really looking forward to reading it. Anything horror is fantastic to me. My friend Corey is a huge Dune fan, and she talks about it all the time, and I am very excited when she talks about Dune all the time, because I get to learn a little bit more about it, and I haven't never read it. And so we have this copy that she brought in because it's her favorite copy. It's got like blue edges on it, beautiful art on the inside, things like that. I really wanted this copy, just not because it's just a beautiful book. That is one of the reasons, but I wanted to read Dune, and I'm very excited to get to it. And I hear there's a movie coming out this year, so I will be reading this probably around spring to summertime to try and get it fresh in my head before the movies come out. So if you guys are interested in doing a Dune book club, please put like a comment down below or something like that. I would love to read along with you guys, and I am really looking forward to that, reading that beautiful book. Another book that my cousins had there, Chelsea and Ron, was the first edition of Dr. Sleep by Stephen King. I read this book already. I borrowed it from work, and I went through it right after I finished The Shining. I always wanted this cover because I really love what's on there, and also on the back you got like red rum, which is fantastic. And I really enjoyed this book, and I was going to pick it up, like just one of the paperbacks like this one here, and it was still another $5 more than what they were selling to me for. So I was quite happy to pick this bad boy up and have it in my collection. Anyway, guys, that is all for my book haul today. That is everything I've picked up recently, used and new. If you guys have any comments or anything about the books I have on my list there, please put a comment down below. If you want me to pick up a certain book that you want to do reading, please also comment. That way I can work on it. Another thing that's fantastic is we made it to 80 subs. That is wonderful. My year goal is to have it at 100. And I got to thank Mike over at Mike's book reviews. He keeps giving me shout outs, and it's so wonderful because I see the trickle down effect of a few people coming over to my channel. I think that's amazing, so thank you very much for that, Mike. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day, and we'll be back with another video soon. Have a good one. Bye.